you?
It's your boy Freeway Rick Ross, and you with the Ticker Report.
Jayticker, what up? Jayticker, what up?
Ticker Report. Ticker Report.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just tuned into a show. That is not just another radio show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a show. Live from acceleratedradio.net. I'm your host, Jayticker from the Ticker Report from the city of Inglewood, reporting the new home of the LA Chargers and the returning home of the LA Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, and I always say this every show, this show is about to be lit.
Fire.
Let's talk about what we got stored today, guys. But you know I got to start off with a little bit of wisdom. What are we talking about today? Let's talk about seasons. We're all familiar with fall, winter, summer, spring, and not in that order.
Asthma, allergies.
Are your asthma allergies fucking with you?
All that right now. Nose,
I just
asthma,
had a
chest.
conversation with one of, in the building. He's chilling in the building. You know what I'm saying? In the cut.
Word.
He was just telling me how his allergies are affecting him. And I was like, dude, I had an asthma attack last night. Like,
wow, bro.
No, not really, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, if you're a fucking asthmatic, you know how it feels. Anytime your lungs close up, you feel like you're about to die.
Man.
So let's talk about seasons, guys. I got a question for you. How many jobs have you had in the past? You ever wondered why businesses hire during the holidays? The most common time for seasonal hiring happens during the months of September through December. But why? It's because they have to fulfill what is required to continue a fully functional operation in their most lucrative time of the year. Now, how many jobs have many of you guys had? And how many jobs do they actually offer? Now, we all know that jobs are limited, and if you live in California, you know that you got to get about 2 or 3 of them just to make ends meet.
At least 2.
Now, they need assistance when you go to Target,
Uber,
when you apply for an application.
Lyft.
Their most lucrative time is the year is the holiday season. And they only keep you for a short period of time. And what you hope, if you're like most, you hope that they bring you on after the holiday season. And so what do? You stress the fuck out because you want to be the standout employee that doesn't get left behind. You work your ass off. You get there 10, 20 minutes prior to clock in. But does it pay enough? It's called seasonal hiring. Now, this is no pun intended to the recipient receiving the seasonal job, because I've been one of those people. And basically, you're supposed to be in for an acute period of time when you work these jobs. There are no expectations for the employer because they don't want to have that additional staff, because now they're acquiring additional overhead and they don't really need you. They'd rather be short-staffed. Have you ever been to fucking Walmart line and said, why do they have the best prices but not just the ugliest fucking people in the world at the register, but they also just the customer service is
ratchet.
I mean, you talk about dogs barking and claws. You just really don't want to be inside of the. You literally want to go in and get what the fuck you need and get the fuck out.
Run home.
Seriously.
Man.
Businesses operate within quarters, guys, but they hire seasonally. Now, how does that apply to me? Ask yourself. Because if you've been listening to the show, I've mentioned numerous times that if you're looking to upgrade your quality of life, you have to be selective. I've mentioned numerous times that when you go to a job They are selective. When you're inside of the room waiting for human resources to tell you to come in for that interview, the perspective of the manager that you are going to be seeing is to only hire you seasonally, temporarily. So I got one statement. Before we end this show today, guys, I want to make sure that this sticks into your head. And I want you to really absorb what I'm going to say. That is more important that you make sure you make a concerted effort to treat your life like a business. If you plan to get ahead, there are some things that require you to be consistent. Decisions, choices, actions are all a part of the formula we need to execute these goals. But here's the kicker. Ask yourself right now, how does this apply to my life? You ever wondered what happened to that person you once called a friend? That relationship where you thought, this is the one. I know it's going to be fire. This is going to last.
Man.
Ask yourself this question. Where are they now? See, if you're having trouble answering that question, I'll give you a hint. They were only meant to be there for an acute period of time. They were seasonal. And there comes a point when you have to say, maybe that was the best thing for me at the moment. Because one thing I do know is that the man up above makes no mistakes. They were only meant to be there for a particular period of your time in your life. You see, certain people don't deserve your relationship full time. Sometimes you have to place them on part-time or seasonal. Let go of the expectations you have for people, guys. And hold yourself to a higher standard. You know why Kobe was great? Because he chose the right friends. He kept a good circle. You know why LeBron is great? Go ahead, I'll wait.
Dedication.
He chose the right friends. He kept a good circle. I'm sure one of LeBron's old high school teammates and buddies, probably still to this day, are wondering, why doesn't LeBron hang out with me anymore? We still homies. It's because when you want to be great, you have to be smart enough to know how to structure your future. And it starts with the understanding that some people come seasonally. And knowing how to build that team to make you successful is one of the key elements to your success, so that you can ultimately play for the team that you built. And J-Rock said it best: win, win, win.
All we do is win.
You ever heard of Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls?
Yes.
You ever heard of Phil Jackson?
Yes.
Did you know that Michael Jordan won 6 championships in his tenure? You know why he won 6 championships in his tenure? Because he kept a good circle and he chose the right teammates. You ever heard of Pat Riley and the Showtime Lakers? Back in the 80s. You know why they were so successful? And why Magic Johnson finished his career with 5 championships? It's because he kept a good circle. You ever heard of Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich? Popovich has 5 championship rings under his belt. Is it 5 or 4? I don't fucking know. 4. Let's just say 4. 4 is great too, right? We can still be great.
Take a report.
Steve Kerr has
Some people don't got one.
how many championships right now? 2.
7 altogether.
Steve Kerr. Well,
I mean, eight
well, for the
altogether.
Warriors.
8, okay.
Well, I guess, yeah, if you want to count them all.
8 altogether?
He's 8, yeah. 8 fucking championships.
What
You ever
else
heard
do-
of Steve Kerr?
What else do you have to prove?
Yeah. You know why Steve Kerr was successful? He made the right choices and he kept a good circle.
Kept a good circle.
See, guys, when I think about what we need to talk about today before we open up the show, I always think about what I need and what the people are missing.
The ticker report.
There's a lot of people that go out and they talk about what we need to do in order, or what we need to do. But they never tell you how. And this is what the ticker report is all about.
The ticker report.
We are your how. We are your who, your what, your where, when, and why. Because we aspire to inspire. And that is what makes us successful. Got a good show today.
The ticker report.
Got a fire-ass guest. I call him Mr. Cannabis
Okay.
because he truly is the smoke guy.
Walking in blow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to you a special guest today. He's got a nice single out that's just been released. It goes by the name of Gizzi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Gizzi into the building. He in the building. Let's get it. At the real Gizzi official. Is that what it is? Gizzi official. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Gizzi official. Now, we got to make sure that we do something the right way. Gizzi, I want to talk to you, and I want to ask you a question. We started the show talking about people that are temporary motherfuckers. People that are seasonal. Gizzi, in this new song that you just released, you said a couple of things in that track that really made me think, how the fuck did Gizzi know that we was going to talk about this shit today? That is truly how you know that you are an artist.
Appreciate it.
Because that, my friend, to me, is called substance. There's a shitload of rappers right now that are talking a lot of shit, and they talk about gunplay. They talk about drugs, lean, coke, heroin, pills, X, whatever. But Gizzi, you had a couple of things that you said that resonated within me. And I said, this is going to be an easy-ass interview. Easy fucking call. Gizzi, what I'm talking about is, before we even get there, first, let the fucking people know who you are, where you came from, and what the fuck you doing here today. Talking to the mic, Gizzi.
Oh, man. I appreciate y'all, first and foremost, for having me here. You feel me? I go by the name of Gizzi, G-I-Z-I, you feel me? Los Angeles rapper from West L.A. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing hip-hop and R&B since I was 5 years old, you feel me?
Word.
So it's very important to me to continue, you know, the legacy of people that came before me. It's
Word
my
up.
respect, you feel me?
Word.
So,
Gizzi, you got some sick-ass songs out right now. Your YouTube is fucking smashing.
Yeah.
Okay? Last time I checked, okay, 670,000 plus views on this single that you only had out for 2 weeks. I think there's a reason why the people are trying to listen to you, Gizzi. I think it all makes sense. Why do you think this particular single has reached the success it has at this point?
I mean, honestly, you know, when I did this singing right here, it got more action, you know, more hands on. You feel me? I knew with the guns and everything, it was gonna be more, you know, of everybody's little topic. But really, I'm gonna keep it all honest. You feel me? That's why it's like run up on me, get the whole thing. It's more of a self-protection type thing mechanism. You know, even when I put out this song, I don't want the world to see it as the wrong thing. You feel me?
The missus over here lacing
Yeah,
them up.
yeah,
Go ahead and
yeah.
put a blessing with the headphones, miss.
Yeah, you know,
Ebonee Albert in the building.
In the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, them right.
Yeah, make this motherfucker perfect, bro.
Yeah,
You already know.
yeah.
So, Gizzi, what I'm saying to you, man, is you had a line on there,
Okay.
and so I think like a lot of us these days, I think like rappers tend to want to see what the athlete's perspective is, and then the athletes want to see what the rapper's perspective is, because I mean, let's be honest, the sports industry is dominated by African Americans.
All the rappers.
And from what I know, most African Americans, rather, at least the ones that I know, we come from poverty. We come from a place where you really got to learn to bump your head first before you get it. Those lessons don't come free. There is no free game.
Not at all.
It's all about making the mistakes, but then fixing that mistake. Gizzi, what I'm saying is that you had a line on there that I thought was like genius, because I can relate, because I'm that kind of nigga. You said, I don't fuck with broke bitches because my time ain't free. Don't flex with no nigga, but I keep mines on me.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the people where you was coming from when you fucking laid that shit?
Take a report.
He cracking up over here.
Oh man.
Come on, Gizzi.
You know, first and foremost, you already know. You know, I feel like the number one rule, to keep it real, is if she ain't helping, unless she is a bill. You feel me? So, my time ain't free. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
That just means, you know, everything I put here further and foremost, it's gonna be about business and elevation.
Yes, sir.
That was what that line was for. And you said, what was the second line again?
The second line was, don't flex with no nigga because I keep mines on me.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, hard work, you know, and ethics speaks for itself. You feel me? I don't even need to talk. I keep mine on me, which, I mean, that's a physical thing, which is, you know, it can be your your gun. You keep your thoughts on you. You know what I'm saying? Ammunition comes in many shapes and forms.
Amen.
It could be with the mouth. It could be with the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
So,
Gizzi, I got a question for you. Coach T, you got a question for Gizzi? Because I know that you was laughing at Gizzi when he came in, when you first came in, because you was like, man, he ain't got a fucking care in the world right now. That motherfucker just living his best life.
First and foremost, he kind of reminded me of Rakim, and you look like Rakim. For real. Got the little velour suit on and all that. You ready to put it down over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. Hey, and
Ain't
that's
nothing
damn
wrong with
sure a
that,
compliment, because fucking
real,
Rakim,
man.
to me, is a top 5 of all time.
Oh, you know how that goes.
Period.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you from, man? You from out here?
Yeah, I'm from South Central.
Oh, okay, okay. You
Yeah,
know
I
what's
was
up
in
then.
Inglewood. That's why I had to come here and slide through. I'm
Oh,
like, man,
really?
That's right.
Cincinnati Hospital, man. That's
Palm
where I
trees
was
and
born.
sunshine.
Oh, yeah, you literally
Oh,
right
yeah.
around the corner.
Word.
I said I had to gravitate towards this. You know,
Already.
I
Nothing wrong with
appreciate
that.
As you should. You already know, man, on mine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep it on mine. Listen, I got a question for you, Gizzi. You had another thing that you said that gravitated to my soul, and I listened to this track today about 5 or 6 times because I wanted to make sure that I picked out the best lines.
Okay.
And to me, this is one of the best lines as well. Gizzi, help me with this. I'm gonna go ahead and rap it. If I fuck it up, please correct my shit. Sometimes I'm near. Okay, I'm not a rapper. I'm just trying to interview the fucking rapper.
Okay.
Okay, now here we go. We say, I only hang with paper chasers and OGs, but I work for my own like a slave set free.
Yeah, that's it.
Gizzi, talk to me.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to this, I'm all about knowledge, like a man that went to college, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth. You feel me? I'm all about you know, back then and now. So you feel me? I've done my research, and you already know. It was nothing like a young, you know, African American working hard, but to be set free was one of the main things. Some people worked all their life. Some people died and never got set free.
Oh, God.
Just to attempt to. So what I mean by that line is, you know, I'm working hard like a slave set free, which means I'm happy in what I'm doing as well. That's the main thing. I encourage people to do what you love.
That's why Gizzi, and I think this is the way it happened, because what some don't know is that you were supposed to come in last week, but things didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then I literally hit Gizzi up last minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I hit the PR. I was like, hit Gizzi, please, pause. I need him to be in. If he can make it, oh my God. And it worked out for the best, Gizzy, because like I said, I truly believe that everything works in a sequence, right? And then like today's message was about seasonal motherfuckers, right? People who are put in your life temporarily. And it just seems like the things that are coming out of your mouth, the verbiage, is exactly on key to where we're going with this episode, meaning it's right on track. So what we're going to do is ask this question. You said you were born a city baby, but I moved for the good. Describe your transition and whatever that took when it took Gizzy to move and say, okay, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old, but where you're at right now, what do you feel as far as decision-wise got you to where you're at right now?
One thing I would say is failure.
That's right.
Failure got me there. Failure got me there. You know, really sinking into my situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know right from wrong and you chose to either follow somebody else or something, you know what I mean? And then it falls on you at the end of the day. So I would say, yeah, failure got me to where I am. You know, took in a lot of losses and learning from all my mistakes.
That's dope as fuck, bro.
Man, that's some humble shit. I like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Humble pie, baby.
God damn. Gizzy, can we fucking bring you back, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
God damn. Do we even need to make another seat for Gizzy?
And bring Eric B next time, man.
Look, I got to ask you, Gizzy, you said you was born in Centinela Hospital.
Correct.
Was you catching the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, when they was Showtime and all that good shit? Okay.
That's right.
Because a lot of people don't know, if you ain't from L.A. or Inglewood, that the Forum was the place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the Staples Center. The Staples was on some new shit.
Yeah, the Forum came first.
Word up.
They did all that elegant stuff, you know. How they got the money to do that over there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
they damn sure got that.
But yeah, on top, yeah, the Lakers is what they is. They're great.
Now, so you a Laker fan?
Oh yeah.
That's really my nigga now.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Gizzy, I ain't letting you go nowhere.
Yeah, I had to make it publicly known, you feel me, because that's who I've been messing with. That's who I've been rocking with, you know, for the longest, ever since I was little.
Gizzy, before you came in and I brought your introduction in, I said, you know what? We about to bring in one of the hardest niggas, but not only just the hardest niggas. This nigga is Mr. Cannabis. He is. Gizzy, question. What's your favorite fucking rap to roll with, bro?
Rap.
Are you a Swisher? Are you a Backwood? Are you a Hemp?
I use Dutchess.
You a Dutch?
I use Dutchess.
Why Dutch? Are you hooked?
That's just the ones I've been on, but I use hemp leaves too. The leaves, those really work too. That's a clean hit.
So I've heard.
And then I know you ain't even heard of. You heard of glass blunts? Y'all elevated to those?
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
It looks like a crack pipe.
Yeah. They got the little spray.
Boy, you
Pack the weed,
done
man.
took it to.
You hit it, but see that's the thing.
But-
It do make you
Well,
feel like a pipe.
You
right?
done took it to Pookie.
I rather just keep it.
Yeah. So
Man.
when I saw that, I was like, "Is this nigga smoking crack in front of me?" When I saw somebody, I was like, "Damn, they let people do that."
Come out like
And then I was like, "Nah, that ain't no crack." I damn near, you know, the little cartoon when that motherfucker tell you to do this. You know, you smell this in about that motherfucker, the little scent. Yeah, that's what I was doing. But yeah, Gizzy, I just gotta ask you because this is, I think I like the name. Where'd you get it from?
Back in the day, man, they used to call me Lyrical Gizmo, you know, like a gadget. You feel me? I was so animated. I'm gonna be honest. I was so animated. I was always not so much. Into self. Anything that I put out, I wanted to get all into it. They was like,
Word.
man, you like a cartoon character.
Word.
Gizmo, a gadget. So they started calling me Lyrical Gizmo, but you know, I got a street side. You know, as I started growing up, it got a little rougher and all that. So
Word.
Gizzy was more,
Yeah.
like half of that.
Word.
Gizzy was like,
Oh, okay.
cut though, like
I
a
like
starting
that.
point.
This nigga is a
right.
creative to the core, ain't he?
I just went with it.
I fuck with you, Gizzy. Shit. God damn it. Who's your influencer? Like who?
God.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
okay,
go.
come on.
There you go.
And,
This nigga
Say
saying
that.
all the right. Look,
Say that.
you
Yeah,
did
that.
Jules prep you for this motherfucker before you came?
It's all freestyle.
It's all
like
freestyle.
I do.
Already.
Like I do. I started with that. But yeah, so, just God, and a lot of times I am self-motivated, but I look at a lot of the great people that succeeded and been through stuff. I ain't gonna lie, like Lil Wayne, T.I., you know,
Say that.
E40. A lot of the people that did it for itself and still Boosie, a lot of people doing it for itself still to this day. You know, they working hard as old man, so I know what it's gonna take.
You ain't lying.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, Gizzy, Boosie still going hard in
Oh
the paint.
yeah, he is.
That nigga look like an old Hebrew.
Man.
He be still killing
Man,
shit.
I'm
Like,
telling
God damn, Boosie, that fade ain't going nowhere.
Tell you.
Look, I want to ask a question for you, Gizzy. I just like saying that name for some reason. Pause. There's athletes, there's musicians that you've come across, that you've seen, that you've watched. Out of all the people that you've seen, even from Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, as far as men is concerned, is there anybody that you say that when you think about their story, they influence you and put you in a good position as far as motivation and inspiration? Now, I thought about this person's story. I'm in a bad space right now, but now that I thought about the struggle that they went through, let me pick myself up just like they did, and eventually I'll get to where I'm going or where I'm trying to be.
Like a major, you mean like an artist?
It don't even have to be somebody big, but at least somebody, maybe somebody that we all fucking know at least.
But that's crazy because you was playing them earlier. Nipsey Hussle is a big motivator
That's
to
my
me.
dude,
Yeah.
man.
And it's only because he transitioned a lot of things. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people follow him because they look at him as just a gangbanger, but he done elevated and even
Not
helped
at
the
all.
people around him.
Yeah.
On the
Not
business
at all. You know
aspect.
anything about
Yes.
Nip, he ain't just no gangbanger.
Exactly. He
If
is past
that at all.
Exactly.
You know.
But you know that's what the younger, the youth. That's
Word,
what they
word,
hear.
Word up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I hear the message in every song and how he telling you to get it
Word
right,
up.
and you know what I'm saying, get that land
Yeah,
and get
Nip-
everything.
Nip is-
I hear all that.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Gizzy, Nips is somebody that you would fuck with. Anybody in particular that you want to do your, like, okay, so first before we even ask that question, like, what would be your, like, dream situation as far as, like, where you want to go? Your plight, the plight of your, like, the top of your career. Where would you want to, when it's all said and done, be?
I would just, you know, like I said, I would just want my music. It don't even have to be heard by the whole world. Just the masses, and do a couple of hits with some of the greats, some people that you know, they can say 2 words over there. They can say 2 words on this big homie. You know, y'all got so much, you know, knowledge, and you know, I'm cool with that. I just want to be a part of what's already been created.
Yeah.
I don't even want to make it weird or change whatever I can bring to the table as far as hip hop. That's what I want to bring.
Yeah. That's dope. Respectable. Admirable. Guys, we got somebody in the news that had to take a nap for 28 years. There's a report that came out, guys, that Suge Knight was sentenced to 28 years. Got to ask you a question. When you first heard the news, what was your first thought?
That's a long time.
Coach T?
My thoughts were sad. Man built an empire and gonna be in jail for a long time.
Well, I mean, but besides that, you guys, my thing is this. There's a lot of conversations around Suge. Now, we all know we are from LA. We are in the city. There's a lot of things that's been going on. A lot of people have been talking a lot of shit. Some people are actually happy that Suge got sentenced to 28 years. Some say he deserved it. But what I will say is this. From the older OGs that I've spoken to that hung around Suge, what I've learned is that he actually did a lot for a lot of people.
That's right.
And it doesn't get highlighted
You know,
enough.
there you go.
Now, what you'll get majority of the time is the media side. We are the Ticker Report. We aspire to inspire, and we set the fucking record straight.
The Ticker Report.
And so what you guys need to know is that Suge did make a couple mistakes. But at the end of the day, he wasn't the guy that the media painted him out to be. He was a fucking football player. You know, we had a guest that came in last year. He goes by the name of P. Frank. Shout out to P. Frank if you're listening. He gave us the rundown on his experiences and through his time, because P. Frank basically wrote a couple of movies and documentaries on who killed Tupac. And through his investigation and his writing and his journalism and all the stuff that comes with it, he was able to break down what really went on behind the scenes between Tupac and Death Row and Suge Knight. And again, I'm going to just go ahead and throw it out there right now. We don't have enough time to really elaborate today. But guys, just keep in mind that when you hear stuff on the news, always make sure you keep an open mind. Because there are always three sides to a story, right? And so if you don't keep that in mind, you're going to always be the fucking sheep. Blindly following and going along with anything that anybody sells to you. That's probably not the way you want to live your life. Because of that, guys, I'm going to fucking go to a break. We about to come back. We about to light this motherfucker up for the second hour. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Ticker Report. Jayticker in the building. My nigga Gizzi in the building. Coach T in the building. Got Ebonee in the building. My boy Emmitt on the board. We'll be right back. City of Inglewood. Gang. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is. What's what we doing? You listening to the acceleratedRadio.net right now. Your boy Jayticker from the Ticker Report in the city of Inglewood. We was just listening to one of these songs that we were referencing earlier by your boy Gizzi. Gizzi. That motherfucker goes hard.
I appreciate it, man.
Gizzi.
Appreciate it.
Wody. Now, where'd you get that name from? What made you actually come up with that name of that song? Because, you know, from Wody, I'm from Louisiana originally.
Yeah.
And, you know, we say Wody all day. So when you got that, I'm like, is he from the city too? Like, what the fuck? You got people from Louisiana or what, bro?
Hey, I do.
Already,
see?
That's
right.
A lot of people from Louisiana, man. My family tell me all the time I need to go back there and visit.
Yeah, man.
but I think it just came from that.
You know.
I was just saying it. It just came out.
Got your roots down
Yeah,
there,
that's
man.
the roots down there.
know?
You feel me? Yeah.
Look, I got to ask you a question. Guys, we was just talking about Suge Knight. Now, of course, for those who have not caught up with this, your boy Suge Knight was arrested for 28 years in prison. So he definitely have to do a nice little bid right now. I'm going to go ahead and read a report from CNN. This is on former rap mogul marrying Suge Knight. Now, this is CNN.com. Reports that former rap mogul Marion Suge Knight was sentenced to 28 years in prison Thursday for the death of a man during a hit-and-run incident on the set of the movie Straight Outta Compton. Now, Knight who is currently 53 years old, pleaded no contest to manslaughter earlier this month in connection with the death of Terry Carter. Now, Suge Knight pleads no contest to manslaughter, but faces 28 years in prison for the 2015 hit-and-run. The former Death Row Records co-founder had been facing life in prison for Carter's death and one count of attempted murder in the case of Clee Bone Sloan, who was maimed after Knight allegedly struck the pair with his truck.
Yeah, Terry Carter was actually a good friend of my dad's, man. Grew up in the neighborhood with him. Really nice guy. You know how he go. It's always sad when the good people go.
Absolutely. So my condolences to the family of Mr. Terry Carter, number one. We definitely want to make sure we acknowledge that. No one knows what actually went on at that particular moment in time except God, Suge, and Terry. And we send all our condolences to that family because they sincerely and unfortunately had to deal with a loss that I'm sure was unexpected for most. Let's go ahead and switch gears to topic of the hour, Death Row Records, Tupac. Suge Knight's son, now that Suge Knight has been locked away or sentenced for 15 years in prison, guys, Suge Knight's son has went on Instagram and created a frenzy, and he has stated that Tupac is alive. Has anybody heard of that? Nobody has no idea what's going on.
Everybody's still alive.
All right. Well, guys, Tupac may be alive because according to Suge Knight's son,
Elvis, Tupac, Michael Jackson, everybody alive.
Suge Knight's son, look, let me tell you what he said, guys. He said that Tupac's alive. As a matter of fact, he's living in a cave in Malaysia.
Oh, look how you want to do pop. Man.
Guys, if you don't even know what's going on, guys, go to his Instagram. He's basically claiming that Suge Knight is not only alive, but he lives in Malaysia right now. And he's been going on his Instagram page posting like every 4 to 5 hours of videos of the old Tupac and what he looks like now. It's crazy, bro, because a lot of people are talking shit. A lot of people are having a problem with this. They're like, dude, get the fuck out of here. You chasing fame. You chasing clout. Guys, from what information that you've received all the way up until this point, rest in peace, Tupac. I think he passed away in 96. It's now 2018. Is Tupac still alive?
No.
Look, all right, let's go ahead and go through a report just in case those who just tuned in. This is newswire.com or avnewsclub.com. This is a report that a TV station in Las Vegas claimed that the police were close to arresting someone for the murder of Tupac Shakur earlier this year. But now it looks like the cops can shut that whole investigation down because Tupac Shakur actually is still alive, according to Suge Knight's son. Now, he claims that Tupac has secretly been living in Malaysia and that someone is trying to prevent that information from getting out. Now, Knight's son is the son of course, Suge Knight, and he has a lot of questionable Instagram posts up right now that claims Tupac is alive, pictures and videos of Tupac allegedly, and the videos and the pictures are fucking nuts. And I think it's funny as hell because, like, if you imagine what Tupac looks at the age of 45, y'all, it's
Picture me
unimaginable.
rolling.
So look, guys, in one of his posts, he told somebody, on one of his captions on his Instagram post, he said, "I'm not on drugs," or that he wants everyone to know that it was self-defense if something happens to him. And he claims that the Illuminati is chasing after him because he's releasing this information. Now, the question is this a person searching for clout, like most do on social media, or is he really telling the truth? And why does he know? That's the question to me. How does he know out of all people? Like, they should just pick you up and just like, hey, son, I got to tell you a story.
Here's how
It's going to be a long one. Roll up the window.
Like
son.
the head, here you go.
I mean, it really makes no fucking sense to me. They said that he's hanging out in Southeast Asia. He's refusing to change his physical appearance. He's got a mustache. He's still got the bald head, according to this Instagram. You guys got to go take a look. I'll make sure I release that Instagram name so you can go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go ahead and switch gears real fast because you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Well, Gizzi is fresh in a motherfucker. He stays dripped
Boy,
out.
you better be ready, Gizzi.
Trip to light.
This
Come on,
motherfucker
Gizzi.
is on, and the reason why we bring
Come
it
on
up
now.
is because, Gizzi, this is the tick kick of the week. Now, Gizzi, what we have right now is the tick kick of the week, and this is basically a shoe that I saw for a really good price that's still fly. It's affordable. It looks fly. Gizzi, you would buy it. Trust me.
Okay.
Gizzi, the Nike Air Max 95 SE. Now, the Nike Air Max 95 made its mark as the first shoe to include visible Nike Air cushioning in the forefoot. Now, the Nike Air Max 95 SE men's shoe energizes the iconic design with updated materials in a variety of color and textures. They currently have a pair of Nike Air Max SE 95s on Nike.com in the color of wolf gray, white, and cool gray, and black, which are available now, again, on Nike.com. For the price, anybody want to guess?
120.
That's not bad.
That ain't bad.
What you think?
You saying Air Max, I'm saying at least 120.
I see why you would say that. Come on, Gizzi, what you got?
I'm gonna have to go higher.
Okay.
No, you understand? It's affordable kicks now.
Still 140.
Okay,
Talking about
that's
Gizzi.
reasonable. That's
Gizzi know
reasonable.
what's up, baby.
That's reasonable. Nike, we gotta fix this because you gotta make sure your people know that the fucking deals are on the fucking table.
Man.
Guys, the markdown price right now of this shoe is $95.97.
Oh, that's the Coach T price. And remember, people.
That's it.
That's it.
Always remember, people. I'm catching the same chicks you are. 95.99.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're being your tick kick of the week, Gizzi, I told you we keep it laced. We're now about to transition into our segment that we like to call In Case You Fucking Missed It. Now, Gizzi, in case you missed it, right now, for those who aren't familiar with her, former ESPN reporter and staff writer Jamel Hill has now found a new job. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Jamel Hill, she is responsible, and she was suspended last year for basically calling out the presidents for his bullshit.
Oh.
Now, right now, according to thehill.com, former ESPN personality Jamel Hill is joining the Atlantic Star as a staff writer, says the magazine's editor-in-chief. Now, Hill was briefly suspended last year by her former employer, ESPN, for calling out the president on his bullshit against players kneeling for the national anthem in protest of police brutality via social media. Now, Hill will cover the intersection of sports at the Atlantic Star, race, politics, gender, and culture, according to Jeffrey Goldberg. Guys, is that a good move for Jamel? Is it better than ESPN? God damn, they lost. They stuck on that one.
I didn't realize her contract was big like that at ESPN. She was getting paid.
Man,
She was making.
I think
I
walked
would
out
say
with a big
ESPN
payout.
is
and
more
all that.
under the radar. You get all that other. She might have some people that. You know,
Look, I think it's a good move for her just because now she don't have to really live under that huge platform. So now when she writes or says whatever she says, it's not going to get taken as seriously. It's not going to get taken as what I'm saying is Donald Trump can't, and forgive me for using his name because we never use his name. So that was an automatic failure on my part. But look, Emmitt shaking his head like, God damn it. Fuck it.
Emmitt, what them Dodgers gonna do? What them Dodgers gonna do, man?
Damn, son.
God damn. Let's not go there right now. Guys, let's go ahead and make sure that we stay on topic. Terrell Owens gave back to the community. How, you ask? This month, the ALS Association reported that the Hall of Fame receiver Terrell Owens donated a sizable amount of cash to the Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis Association for Lou Gehrig's disease. That's the shaking disease, guys. And it paralyzes people and it shuts down their nerves. It fucks people up. The organization took to Twitter to thank the former Eagles and 49er receiver by saying, "We'd like to extend a special thanks to Terrell Owens for his recent donation in memory of the new deceased Hall of Fame tight end, Dwight Clark."
Wow.
Rest in peace, Dwight
I
Clark.
thought Terrell was broke.
No.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, Terrell.
Don't ever fucking do that again. That's the homie.
Okay, my bad. I heard he was like bankrupt or something.
Yeah. No, look. Just because you go bankrupt, Coach T, that doesn't mean you're broke.
Don't mean you my kind of bankrupt.
You got it, motherfucker.
6 of the week now.
Look, let me just say about this. They also said that thank you for raising awareness for ALS and vital funds for ALS research, care, and advocacy through your recent collaboration with Represent, which is an apparel company. T.O., shout out to you. You are the real MVP.
That was cool right
Switching gears,
Didn't have to do
you know
that.
what? Before we do this, DJ E, I want to just go ahead and set us in the mood. Can we get Ric Flair drip instrumental? I think I raised this story last week, but I didn't really get a chance to touch on it. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo!
The Ticker Report.
Nature Boy Ric Flair is a WWF and WWE legend.
Legend.
And he recently tied the knot.
Really WWE.
Yeah,
but
low key. Yeah, but they got sued and they had to change
know,
it.
that-
Oh no, it was WWF.
Ooh, you know-
They got sued
You
and
know
then they
you used
changed
to
it.
watch the E.
Oh, you're right. So
All
listen,
right, go.
guys, Ric Flair tied the knot this week. We've now learned that the wrestling legend tied the knot with his longtime fiance, Wendy Barlow, a couple weeks ago at a dope resort in Rosemary Beach, Florida.
He trying to get married before he died.
You already know. This is like his fifth wife. We're told it was a low-key deal, according to TMZ.com, by The Undertaker, who was also in attendance.
Wow.
Also, Charlotte Flair, his daughter,
Okay.
who is a big-time... You guys should learn who she is because she's got some real good connections. But she works in music. She works in entertainment. Charlotte Flair, I think she's located in Malibu, I want to say. So she's nearby. She's local. Charlotte Flair and Dennis Rodman was in the building. His
Wow.
drunk ass.
D-Rod.
Yeah, allegedly. So for some reason, Dolph Ziggler walked Wendy down the aisle. And again, this is Ric Flair's 5th wedding. I mean, he just keeps on going and going. I mean, he'll be like fucking 100 years
Man,
old. Just
why not?
Still leveling
Why
up.
not?
Shout out to you, Rick. Hey, living your best life is the only thing that we should be worried about in this
Man.
lifetime. So I'm definitely not mad at that. He's been dating Miss Barlow, now Mrs. Flair, for over 6 years now, and they've known each other since she worked as Fifi the maid while
Wow.
Ric Flair was on WCW.
It's always the maid.
Did you guys know that?
I tell you, the
Drop it
maid.
like it's hot. You already know what it is. So check this out. Flair credits Mrs. Barlow, now Mrs. Flair, with sticking by his side and helping save his life after nearly dying last August. For those who are not aware, he suffered a heart attack. Remember, Flair was hospitalized for several weeks after, his intestines had ruptured and had to be placed in a medically induced coma, and he was in there for 11 days. He was in critical condition and on the verge of dying. So shout out to Rick for acknowledging his MVP, right?
Word. Nothing wrong with that.
Women tend to think, and
Nothing wrong
men
with that.
tend to think that you get left out and that people don't appreciate you, but Ric Flair acknowledged that, and good for him. His 5th wedding. Hopefully he doesn't go on his 6th.
Trevor, you are my MVP today.
Yeah, she definitely saves
it.
the day.
Yes, you do.
We definitely get a lot of help, guys. I also
Man.
want to make sure that you guys know that we will be taking a break, and I will mention that towards the latter part of the show in the last couple minutes. Let's go ahead and make sure we also inform you guys that Cristiano Ronaldo is left
Cristiano
out
Ronaldo.
of Portugal's national soccer team squad as he fights
What?
rape allegations
Ooh, you know they serious.
in the United States of America. Guys, Cristiano Ronaldo was left off of Portugal's national team for a pair of upcoming matches. Now, the future legend has been accused of rape by Catherine Mayorga, who says the player assaulted her in Las Vegas in 2009. Ronaldo has denied the allegations, of course, but the team coach, Fernando Santos, said Ronaldo will not also be called up for the next round of international games in November as well. So, according to ABC News, Santos said the decision came and was taken after a 3-way conversation between Ronaldo, himself, and the Soccer Federation. Guys, DJ E,
Hey, that was a cold improvisation right there, the coach. I like that.
thank you.
Well, you was in Portugal.
Fuck, I felt like I just left here.
Man.
Guys, Kathy Griffin, for those who aren't familiar, is a famous comedian, and she lost a couple of fans, but she still has her majority in my opinion, rather, because she's still funny as fuck. But the media threw her under the bus when she criticized the current president by calling him a few choice of words. But I ran caustic clip to remind you guys how fucking funny Kathy Griffin is. This is a clip that we're about to have you guys listen to that includes Miss Kathy Griffin, one of the best comedians and one of the funniest fucking white women, besides Carol Burnett, that I've ever heard, sitting down with A$AP Rocky in an interview on Noise.com. DJ, go ahead and play the clip.
Will fuck you. I will fuck you because you're all talk, honey. I know your type. You'll leave crying. It's sore.
You know
she
what?
made me do it too many times. You literally run to the police crying.
You want to know something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know,
You got it.
usually the police come looking for me, man. You know, just for murder. You know, because I kills the pussy.
Look, first of all, I bring the dick back to life, and then I fuck it to death. And then I laugh, and I light a cigarette and put it out on it.
Okay, I can't top that shit.
I swear to God, I will fuck.
So, guys, just in case you were wondering, if you ever saw that interview prior to, she will fuck the shit out of you. Do not try that old white lady. She is about the business, okay? She fucking just threw A$AP Rocky a bone, and he could not finish the conversation, guys. Look out for Kathy Griffin. She will be doing some shows pretty soon. She's fucking hilarious. And I just wanted to let you guys know that. God, we're almost in the last couple minutes of the show. And we're going to make sure we mention this. Now, before you guys leave the show, I want to make sure you mention that if you got a girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a significant other, you might want to stay in tune for this. An Australia-born company by the name of Mushroom Rally is currently headed to LA in early 2019. Why do you ask? Well, essentially, they're going to provide an experience that is perpendicular to old school Nintendo game Super Mario Kart. what's going to happen? Everybody's got their fucking eyes open, I'll tell you. Now, according to LAMag.com, they will hold an event that will hold up to 600 people that will be racing in groups of 20 at one time, and the rally or race will take place at a custom-built track. Now, the ticket that you receive, that you purchase, will include 30 minutes of racing and a costume. So you'll be dressing up like the Mario characters in the game. And in this track race, there will also be a number of prizes given out the day of. But if you win, you'll be gifted tickets to compete against other champions from other cities in Las Vegas. Now, you can sign up for updates and look out all for the additional information on mushroomrally.com. Again, that's mushroomrally.com. Guys, we ran through that shit like a champion.
Man.
Let's do it.
Crown them.
Gizzi, we like to do this before we leave. But, guys, before we let Gizzi say his spiel, I want to make sure that we provide this information. The ticker report will not be available because we are currently going out to handle business. We have wrapped up our first season, and we are now looking to start on our second season. Compliments to Trevi. You can go ahead and make sure you follow her. Is that at Trevi My Story, at My Story My Brand. Check her out. She is the new Karen Civil. If you don't believe me, go to her Instagram and check her the fuck out. Karen Civil, you got some competition in the building. We also want to give a huge thanks to my wife because last week I was fucking lost. I didn't know how to set up. I didn't know how to put this shit together.
Man.
And she's back in the building, so I definitely want to say welcome back and thank you so much for your help. No doubt, guys. That's what we do. We give love. We aspire to inspire. Gizzi, thank you so much for coming. I want to give a huge shout out to DJ E for always keeping us lit. That is the board. Anytime you hear anytime you hear sound effects, anytime you hear clever noises in the background, anytime you hear the music, guys, that is DJ E on the ones and twos. He's killing the board.
And sometimes threes.
He does do that. Listen, guys, it's been a beautiful one. Again, we will be back. But before we let the people go, Gizzi, can you go ahead and leave them with some words, maybe some advice, some words of encouragement for all the local rappers, everybody that's trying to at least get to your level and move forward with their career?
Gizzi, you got away without freestyling, man. So
you know what? Fuck that. We got time.
Ooh,
fuck
got
that.
Time,
DJ E,
Gizzi.
hit that shit right now. Let's give him a beat.
In
Gizzi,
the building.
Fuck that shit up.
Gizzi.
Give me 2 minutes. Come on.
Okay. Hey, anybody that know me, y'all know me. I'm too high to keep it low key. I started with this freestyle shit. Look, okay, ticket report, yup. Ticket report. Going all in like I just with the court. Look, abort the mission. Aim with precision. Young dude, steady gifted. Lock it on ammunition. Yup, I be spitting like automatic. And guaranteed if you lame, I'ma let you have it. And guaranteed hip hop bass to Lenny Kravitz. And I be ballin' aim shot but killer tactics. They can't fuck with me. Told you I'm on the third level. Now here we come. I bounce water the fruity pebble. I'm from the ghetto. Live life like a rebel. Told you I'm unleashed. You know I am a beast. Dragon with no teeth. I be spitting fire. Guaranteed I be higher than cable wires. Look, I spit venom, I am no viper. I'm taking out with the scope, I am a sniper. Nobody higher than G.O.D. You see, I ride up, popping ecstasy. They feel me, just like the breeze. Bless you like I sneeze. Ride with them dudes that commit felonies. Showing jealousy, you already know we gotta get it. Luck, nigga, tough luck. Them niggas don't give a fuck. Me and my niggas will run up, homie, it's all in. Freestyle, I'm wild and no pad, no pen. Then again, man, I go deeper than sin. Waves like the ocean, hypnosis. You get abused off my potion. I'm heroic, I save the game. I am never lame, got a different float. I am fire flame, you know me, the name. Gizzi be official.
Flame.
A referee with no whistle, popping like
more
pistol.
fire.
If he come back, you know I keep flowing and that's a fact.
That's right. Gizzi in the building.
You already know how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the motherfucking ticker report, baby. City of Inglewood, we doing this shit. We will be back for next
Accelerated.
season. We're going to take a little break. We got to push our marketing. We got to get our shit on TV. We will be back. We promise you. We guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares, your follows, everything, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we would not be here. Gizzi, you want to leave them with some words of encouragement before you bounce?
Oh man, you feel me? Just you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do in life, man. You already know, live the right way. You know, you put in what you get out, and everybody know that. You
Coach
feel
T.
me? I love all y'all.
What you
Appreciate
got?
y'all for having me.
Man,
know.
everybody pray for everybody. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next week.
Guys, tune in next week for the Ticker Report. We ain't gonna be here next week, Coach T. You forgot already.
Wow, you are right, man. I'm so
You
used
literally
to doing
just
this.
made that
I'm
announcement.
so used to doing this.
He just
My
wants
bad.
to come back. It's all good.
My bad, people.
We love you, DJ E. Thank you so much, bro, for all your fucking hard work. Guys, you can definitely tune in November 10th. That is the day we will be back. Why is that day in particular? Because that is the day that our anniversary falls on. We have been in action for almost a fucking year. Give it up for everybody that's been contributing to the Ticker Report. Thank you, Kevin Nash.
Appreciate y'all out there. That's real.
Gang shit.
Ticker report. Ticker report.
It's like everybody wants some. Chase the cookie and the damn crumb. And the damn crumb. She give me head till I bust one. No nigga, when I run. Just to stop here. I fuck with my niggas, yeah, only my niggas. Give me a piece of the payment, I paint you a picture. As life get deeper than the ocean or river. If you ain't got no cash, you ain't got my problem. Cause I be getting mad, yeah. Cause everybody wants some. Look now, they gon' say I knew that you can do it like this. It's only me and myself in the end. Make money, take money, do that shit again. If you